Good morning, students of class 10. Once again, I, J. Kumar, before you with today's topic, and topic is preparation of some important chemical compounds. Students, this is the topic from second chapter, and second chapter is continued. So far in this chapter, we studied about acids, bases, salts, and their properties, and also indicators. Okay, now the last topic of this chapter is preparation of some chemical compounds. Students, hereby in some important chemical compounds we will study about the preparation of caustic soda. Caustic soda. Okay, caustic soda is an important chemical compound and it is prepared from common salt. Yes, students, common salt. Common salt is not only used as table salt. Common salt is one of the important compound, and from this compound so many important chemical compounds are obtained by its processing. So students, caustic soda is also prepared by common salt. So let me first explain about the chemical name of this compound. Chemical name. Caustic soda is commercial name. From this name, from this name, its marketing is done. But its chemical name is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Now let me write its chemical formula. Formula you can write here NaOH. This is the chemical formula of caustic soda. Okay. Now its preparation. Students, caustic soda is prepared by a process, and the name of that process is chloralkali process. Chloralkali process. So keep in mind, caustic soda at large scale, at industrial scale, is prepared by the process, and process is chloralkali process. Okay, now we have to know what is this process. What is chloralkali process, and why it is called so chloralkali process. Okay, students, in this chloralkali process, a brine solution, which is a saturated solution of common salt. Brine, which is a saturated solution of common salt. So in this process, brine is electrolyzed. You can say by electrolysis of brine, caustic soda is prepared on large scale. So what is chloralkali process? What happens in this process? So you can write here caustic soda is prepared by electrolysis of brine, B-R-I-N-E, brine. What is brine? So you can also write here brine, which is a saturated solution of common salt. Saturated solution of common salt. So saturated solution of common salt is known as brine, and this question is asked in examination. What is brine? So your answer should be there. Brine is a saturated solution of common salt. Okay. Now let me write the chemical reaction involved in this process. So chemical reaction I am going to write here. You can see brine. We have to take brine. So brine, how can you write chemically brine? So you can write NaClAq plus H2. Brine. This is brine. Okay, and this brine is electrolyzed. So here you can write electrolysis. Electrolysis. You might be familiar with the process electrolysis. In lower classes also about electrolysis, some concept, some idea you have to study. Yes, electrolysis, it means, lysis means decomposition, and electro stands for by electric current. So the decomposition which takes place with help of electricity is known as electrolysis. So here students, we are going to have electrolysis of common salt, aqueous solution of common salt. So when aqueous solution of common salt is electrolyzed, it gets decomposed, giving three important products, and that products are NaOH plus Cl2 plus H2. Yes, students, this is the products of electrolysis of common salt. NaOH is our desired product here. In addition to this desired product, also we get two very important byproducts, and one is chlorine and another one is hydrogen. Chlorine and hydrogen both are gases, and both are very important byproduct here, because these two products are also used separately in industry for making various chemical compounds. So keep in mind this reaction. This is the reaction of manufacturing of caustic soda, chloralkali. Now question is, why this process is said to be chloralkali process? Student, this process is said to be chloralkali process because in this process an alkali, which is sodium hydroxide, and alkali is produced. Along with this alkali, we also get chlorine. So due to these two products, caustic soda, which is an alkali, and chlorine, this process is known as chloralkali process. So keep in mind, by chloralkali process, caustic soda is prepared on large scale in our industries. And students, caustic soda is very important chemical compound. Why very important chemical compound? Because it has certain properties, and due to that certain property, its demand is excess, its demand is present in our society, in our need, and that's why it is regarded as one of the important chemical compound, right? So students, caustic soda, right? About the usage of caustic soda, you can collect information from your NCERT book, from your textbook. Now I am going to put here Usage of caustic soda, because there are so many usage of caustic soda. So usage you have to collect from your text. Now some important chemical properties of caustic soda I am going to discuss before. Okay, so first property of caustic soda, it is white crystalline solid. White crystalline solid caustic soda. Number 2, it is easily soluble in water, and its aqueous solution is alkaline, which means if you put this solution on red litmus paper, the red litmus paper turns to blue. Okay, next, it is a deliquescent material. What does it mean, deliquescent material? So students, keep in mind, deliquescent material is that material which, when exposed in open, absorbs moisture from air and turns to solution. So caustic soda, if you expose it to open for long time, it absorbs moisture from air and turns to solution slowly. And that's why students, to protect caustic soda, we should store it in airtight container. Otherwise, if in contact of air you leave it, it will absorb moisture from air and will turn to solution. So this is deliquescent material. Okay, so keep in mind. So this is some important properties of caustic soda, you keep in mind. Okay, now second important chemical compound that we have studied here, and that is washing soda. Right? Washing soda is also one of the important chemical compound. Okay, right? So let me say what is the chemical name of washing soda. So chemical name of washing soda is sodium carbonate decahydrate. Right? Chemical formula of washing soda is Na2CO3.10H2. Right? Student, you can see here 10H2. This 10H2O, for this 10H2O, I have written here decahydrate. Right? So students, you can see here in washing soda there is 10H2O water molecules, and this 10H2O water molecules here is known as water of crystallization. And also keep in mind, students, if any chemical compound contains water molecules, then that compound is considered as hydrated compound. So caustic soda is hydrated compound because it contains 10 water molecules, which is read as its water of crystallization. Right? So it should be in washing soda, if this 10H2O removes from here, washing soda will lose its some of the important property. So its presence in washing soda is necessary. Okay. Now preparation. Students, at large scale and industrial scale, washing soda is prepared by a process known as ammonia soda process. Ammonia soda process. Ammonia soda process or solvent process. This process is also known as solvent process. Ammonia soda process or solvent process. Right? Now let me say what is ammonia soda process, what is solvent process. Okay? So students, ammonia soda process, what is? So students, see here, ammonia soda process. In this process, brine is taken, and in brine, first of all, ammonia gas is dissolved. So when in brine, this is brine, when in brine, ammonia gas is dissolved, it becomes ammoniacal brine, right? Now students, in this process, in ammoniacal brine solution, carbon dioxide gas is bubbled. Carbon dioxide gas is bubbled in the solution of ammoniacal brine. Okay? What happens here? When carbon dioxide gas is bubbled in ammoniacal brine solution, then two products are obtained, and those two products are NaHCO3 plus NH4Cl Yes. So these two products are obtained when carbon dioxide gas is bubbled in ammoniacal brine solution. And these two products are sodium hydrogen carbonate, and this is read as ammonium chloride solution. So students, hereby in ammonium chloride solution, sodium hydrogen carbonate is present as precipitate. So in this solution, sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate is present as precipitate. So first of all, this precipitate of sodium hydrogen carbonate is separated from ammonium chloride solution with help of a filter. And after separating, sodium hydrogen carbonate is drying for some time, and after drying, it is strongly heated. After drying, it is strongly heated, and when it is strongly heated, this sodium hydrogen carbonate gets decomposed, giving sodium carbonate plus water plus CO2. Okay, so students, sodium bicarbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate, when heated, it gets decomposed, giving sodium carbonate, water and carbon dioxide. And this is very important chemical reaction. Students, keep in mind, question is oftenly asked, what happens when baking soda, when sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated. Your answer should be there. When baking soda is heated, it gets decomposed, giving sodium carbonate, water and carbon dioxide gas. Students, this sodium carbonate is read as soda ash. Soda ash. Why soda ash? Because it does not contain any water. It is anhydrous without having any water molecule. So it is anhydrous. So what is soda ash? Soda ash is anhydrous sodium carbonate. So in second step of the reaction, anhydrous sodium carbonate is obtained by heating the sodium bicarbonate. And in the last reaction, this anhydrous sodium carbonate, we have to add here 10 water molecules. If we add here 10 water molecules, it becomes washing soda. So for adding 10 water molecules, we have a process here, and the process is crystallization. Crystallization. So when by dissolving this sodium carbonate in water, its crystallization is done, then it turns to washing soda, and this is the desired product, and in this way washing soda is prepared or manufactured in industry at large scale. Okay, so students, once again, in preparation of washing soda, there are 3 steps of reaction. In first step, in brine, ammonia gas is dissolved, and after dissolving ammonia, in solution carbon dioxide gas is bubbled, where it produces sodium hydrogen carbonate in the solution of ammonium chloride. Right? In second step, this sodium hydrogen carbonate from NH4Cl is taken out, and after drying, it is heated strongly, where it gets decomposed, giving sodium carbonate, water and carbon dioxide. And in third step reaction, this anhydrous sodium carbonate is dissolved in water, and after crystallization, finally we obtain washing soda. So, and this is the ammonia soda process, this is the solvent process. So keep in mind. Okay. Now, students, some of the important properties of washing soda. Properties washing soda. First, it is also white crystalline solid. Number 2, its aqueous solution is also alkaline. It's also alkaline. Number 3, it is an efflorescent material. Now let me explain what is efflorescent material. Students, efflorescent materials are those materials which, when exposed in open, it loses its water of crystallization. The loss of water of crystallization from certain materials when exposed to open is known as efflorescence. So washing soda is an efflorescent material. So hereby we are learning how to store washing soda. Students, as washing soda is an efflorescent material, and in open when exposed, it loses its water of crystallization. That's why we should store this material also in airtight container. So efflorescent material that is loses its water of crystallization in okay. So whatever reaction is involved here, so you can see here NaCO3 dot 10H2O exposed to open. What happens here? Washing soda loses its 9 water of crystallization, leaving 1 water of crystallization. So product is NaCO3 dot H2O and C9H2O water molecules. It gives out and turns to monohydrate. Monohydrate, what does it mean? It means it has now only 1 water of crystallization. So it is monohydrate sodium carbonate. So students, washing soda when exposed to open, it loses its 9 water of crystallization and turns to monohydrate. So this is very important chemical property. Okay, so also you have to keep in your mind, and uses you have to collect from your textbook. So students, for today that is all. Revise it, go through your NCERT book, and in next class once again I will be before you with third and fourth chemical compounds which we have to study at our level. Thank you. Bye.